Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. Guys, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. It looks like Bitcoin is about to cross $18,000 once again. Just last night, it blasted through 18,000. We had a correction or a pullback, whatever you want to call it, and now we're sitting at $17,938. Really great to see that Bitcoin is going to cross back $18,000. And as I said in my previous video today, that we could see $20,000 by this weekend. Fingers crossed that it happens, but as always, we got to be cautiously optimistic. This market is very volatile, but the swings that take us low also take us high. Bitcoin is going to test these different price points and build new support levels, right? So keep that in mind. Now, something I want to talk about, and that is the bull market lengthening cycles. So this is based on Bitcoin alone at the moment. The market moves with Bitcoin, of course. So PlanB, who's the creator of the stock to flow model, which I'm a big believer in, said, I see no lengthening cycles nor lower cycles in the data. I see stock to flow price patterns similar to the last two halvings. And as you can see here from the chart, we have the dark blue line, which outlines the move that Bitcoin saw in November 12th through 2016, or July 2016. And then that was to that halving that took place in July 2016. The light blue is from July 2016 through May 2020. So obviously we had a halving this year. And you can see the red indicates where we're at from May 2020 to now. So as you can see, we got some ways to go. Now, there are those that believe this cycle to the next peak of the parabolic run-up could actually be longer. So it may not happen in 2021. It may happen in 2022 and beyond, right? Now, I don't personally believe that. I'm a believer in the having mathematical algorithmic supply and demand economics, right? Where every 4 years you have that happening and it cuts the supply, and we're seeing record-breaking demand from institutional investors, which we're going to talk a bit more in the video. But there are those who think this cycle could lengthen, and we'll have to wait and see. But I'm more on the side of it not lengthening. And Benjamin Cohen from Into the Cryptoverse, great guy, smart guy, does some great technical analysis. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. I've learned a lot from him, and he believes in the lengthening cycles. He's not saying it's set in stone that it's absolutely going to happen, but he's saying there's a high probability. But I still am leaning to what PlanB is saying with the stock to flow model, that it's not going to lengthen, and we are going to see higher prices sooner than later, right? That I think in 2021, look, we're already at the cusp of 20,000. So that means if, according to the stock to flow model, right, we could see $100,000 Bitcoin at the next peak. So let's see what happens. And things are on track. PlanB gives for example, these charts on like a weekly basis, showing the weekly moving average, the 200-day weekly moving average, also the Bitcoin relative strength index, and all of these things are on track based on previous trends and data from bull runs in the past. So it's on track, but hey, you never know, right? So I wanted to make sure I present that to you guys. Like, could this bleed into 2022 where we see the peak itself hitting in 2022? So just note that. Obviously, each of us has our price points that we're comfortable with at cashing out. I'm cashing out on the way up. Bitcoin hits 30K, I'm cashing some out, 40, 50, and so on and so forth. Certainly, I won't be cashing out all my Bitcoin, and that goes for the same for XRP and Ethereum and Chainlink and so forth. But keep in mind this theory here of the lengthening cycle. I personally am not really a believer in it, but I also don't want to totally ignore it, right? If that makes sense. But things are on track. Let's see how things play out. But just as always, be ready with your cash out plans. Study these charts so that you know if anything changes. Like, wait a minute, okay, this didn't go according to plan or the past trends and data, right? So keep that in the back of your mind. And as always, just a reminder to having cycles. You have your bull, bear, and accumulation phases, as you can see outlined here, and to having the mathematical formula that's built in to cut the supply that cannot be changed, right? That's what makes Bitcoin so great. The set supply and the distribution of Bitcoin are being putting out in the market is a deflationary system. So that drives a lot of demand. And look at this tweet from Barry Silbert. Many of you know Barry Silbert is the founder and CEO of Grayscale, Genesis Trading, and so forth. And he said the following: both Grayscale and Genesis Trading seem to be collecting a growing number of billionaire clients recently. Yeah, you think? That's why you're seeing all these billionaires and millionaires making public their holdings in Bitcoin. They're going on TV. We've been talking a lot about it, right? And Grayscale now owns like 500,000 Bitcoin, guys. They probably will end up owning like 10% of all Bitcoin. And it's not just, they're holding it personally. They're holding a lot of it for their clients. They're getting the money. And they now have, I believe, over $10 billion of assets under management. Yeah, here you go, right? They surpassed 10 billion under assets under management. That's pretty big. So the demand is there and the cycle is on track. According to the charts here, this is why I'm sharing these facts with you. It's the data. It doesn't lie. It's not, doesn't have feelings or emotions. It's not how I woke up this morning, cranky, bullish, happy, sad, whatever. It's just the data. And that's how you need to look at it, right? Not people's opinions per se, but what story does the data say? And, what is the demand and the movements of the demands in the market and movements from the institutional investors, because that's driving the price up right now. So let me refresh this here. Let's see if I get lucky that we pass. There we go, guys. We are over 18,000. Woo! We are over 18 once again. This is exciting. Let's see where we go tonight. Maybe we blast through $19,000 tonight. That would be awesome. And then, like I said, 20,000 by this weekend, because expect a pullback, right? Nothing goes up in a straight line. Guys, what do you think about this news? Do you think the Bitcoin bull run cycle could be lengthening? Could it happen? There is some data out there showing from 2012 to 2017 or whatever it may be, or I should say 2013 to 2017, there was a bit of a lengthening in the 2017, but not by a lot, but who knows, right? But let's see what happens. I think the demand and the macroeconomic issues are not going to allow this to lending. I think it's going to go fast. So guys, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.